going back to when you were diagnosed, I want to talk about the whole ALS Ice Bucket Challenge.
Oh yeah.
Moving on to like being on the Ellen show, and so first let's talk about the ALS Ice Bucket Challenge, because this happened right basically when you were diagnosed, right?
Yeah.
And so like, what was that? Tell us what it was first, just for people who might not know.
Okay.
And how that experience. What did you do? How was your involvement?
Sure. Yeah. Okay. So I think the same year I was diagnosed, that summer the whole ALS Ice Bucket Challenge phenomenon went viral, and it was insane to see because ALS has been in my family. I've been around it for such a long time, but nobody spoke of this disease. Nobody knew what it was. And here, my news feed was filled with everyone that I knew and their mama's baby's mama doing the ALS Ice Bucket Challenge, dumping ice water over their head. And not everybody knew or understood what this disease was, but I didn't care. If they were saying the words or the letters ALS and bringing attention to it, I was happy, you know? So I was just sitting back watching all that happen. And eventually it came to a point where people became frustrated and were annoyed from the challenge. And then a lot of people didn't really understand the realities of this disease either. They were smiling, dumping water on their head because it was, I don't know, for all kinds of reasons. And I had someone that made a very negative post that I read that motivated me to make my Ice Bucket Challenge. He's a friend of mine, a mutual friend of mine, told me that, or wrote on his wall or on his status saying that if somebody does the Ice Bucket Challenge again, use gasoline and light yourself on fire instead, or something like that. And I was just like, you know who I am. You know I have this disease and my mom has it. Why would you say that? And I was really offended. I never talk about, I never voice my opinions on social media because usually it's like, I feel like it's wasted effort. But this time I was like, no, I'm gonna make a fucking video. I'm gonna make a fucking video. I'm gonna show you why this is so important to us. And so a lot of my motivation in making that video is out of frustrations and frustrations that I've been keeping inside and I wouldn't even voice to my own family about. And so I did all the fun part. You know, I jumped into a bikini and I washed my car and did all that fun thing because that's why the Ice Bucket Challenge was successful. I thought, you know, it's because it was fun. Nobody talks about this disease because it's ugly, you know, that doesn't go viral. But as soon as somebody does something random and fun, it goes viral. And so that's what I did. And then and that was funny, I guess. And then at the end, I was like, I'm going to talk to the camera. I turned on the camera when nobody was in my house and I just talked to it. I didn't know what I was going to say. And it became emotional, hysterical almost, because I was listening to myself and realizing how unfair this was. And then it went viral. It blew up. First day I got 100,000 views. And then the next day I got 1 million. And by the end of that day it was like 5, 10. It was going viral and it was crazy. My phone was dinging 10 times a second. No exaggeration. It was going ding 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 ding. I never get notifications ever. And my phone was going berserk, and I turned off all my notifications. Like, what is this? All my family came to the house. What is going on? We're getting all these views. We're getting all this support. We're getting all this love and encouragement. All these words of like, it was just insane. It was crazy. Going viral is weird. It's like a crazy thing, and that was like a week-long process. And I challenged Ellen DeGeneres because Ellen brought so much hope to my mom and laughter and fun. She watches her show every day. My mom's in bed laying there every day because she's immobilized. She's paralyzed almost completely. And, you know, she watches the show and got a lot of joy out of it, you know? And it's been her dream to go to the show, let alone, like, you know, her doing an ALS Ice Bucket Challenge for us. So I challenged Ellen, and a week after I made the video, we got a call from the Ellen show, and we got invited. You want to go to the season premiere of our show? You're going to be the first guest. And I was like, this is crazy. This is no way this is happening. And so my mom like got to go to her show and also see her son sitting in that chair right next to her. And it was such an incredible experience. Ellen gave her a hug. My mom waved to her with her foot. And my mom, I think Ellen loves my mom more than she loves me. My mom's a beautiful soul. You're going to have to meet her one of these days. But so yeah, that was that whole thing. It just blew up. And that was incredible to see. And it brought a lot of needed attention and awareness to this this horrible disease. And so in a weird way, I think that's why I talk about this disease in always a very hopeful way, always a very positive way, because I know that's going to translate better to everyone. I'm going to say, yes, here is what I'm going through, but also here's what you can do to help. There's plenty of call to actions that will help promote research and fund research and development and insurance and just, anyways,
Yeah.
I'm rambling.
No, that's great. So what kind of support came from the Ice Bucket Challenge for you, and did you meet other people?
Sure.
Who
Yeah, so
help you out?
I think the Ice Bucket Challenge, the video going viral, the biggest thing to me meant that I wasn't alone. And it meant that there are a lot of other families going through this disease, and they're realizing that they're not going alone too. They're not going through this alone, and that they are allowed to be vulnerable. Not only are they allowed to be vulnerable, but they should be vulnerable, because how else is everyone going to understand the devastation this disease brings, not just to one person, but to the entire family? And so I always encourage families, because it's really hard to do, but to be open, to share your journey with this disease, because we need change, we need support, and we can't get it without you voicing it. You can't keep that in the house. So the biggest thing that ALS Ice Bucket Challenge brought was hope and awareness and advocacy and a voice for a disease that will take away my voice, and for a demographic of people that is small and underserved and has never gotten the level of awareness that it's ever needed. This was huge for us, so that's bigger than that's bigger than anything. That's bigger than getting on any other news program or anything like that. It's just the fact that, just that. But